Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon from wherever time zone you're watching this. Welcome to After Africa. I will be your host for today. My name is Fabian Okot. Today we are graced by African intellectuals. To my right, I have Dr. Ismail from Burkina Faso, and to my left, I have Dr. Suberu from Nigeria. Today's topic is the just recent Russia-Africa summit, and I will just let Mr. Ismail tell us more about life in Russia, what he has experienced over the past few decades that he has been in Russia. So, Dr. Ismail, what is your specialty? What is it you are doing in Russia right now?
Okay. As you say, my name is Dr. Ismail Ganyu. So I'm in Russia for almost 29 years. Okay, so and I study in the medical school, pediatric. I'm by specialty pediatric. Yes.
Children.
Yeah, children. Yeah. But now I'm just in the business now. I'm a businessman located in Russia. I have my family, and I have three children.
So tell us about your experiences in Russia. How was it back in the 90s? How was your relations with the Russians?
Russia is a great country, and when we came here, it was the Soviet Union. So we get opportunity to know many countries in this. Actually, we were divided in different countries, like Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan. I made my faculty preparatory in Kazakhstan, Almaty. So from Almaty, I came to Leningrad to be admitted in the medical university. It was an institute after it became an academic. Now it's a university. Medical Pediatric University of St. Petersburg. So the experience in Russia really all the changes in Russia from the Soviet Union it was in my presence here. So I have left all this moment with the same Russian who get the difficulties here when this perestroika time. And in 90, when we face all this criminal situation in Russia, and after that, African get some problems here with where the nationalists, the skinheads was here too, which we get the initiative to make a group of African Union, which try to really eradicate it with the administration here. So this time it was Matvenko as the governor of St. Petersburg. So she has seized in that way. So really, and the police organizations they try to eradicate this attack of Africans, mostly not African only, also anybody, any white. Colors guys, they were really beating everyone. We tried to defend ourselves, but it could not be possible because they were very, very much on this system. So I can say, well, I like to, if I stay here, I like to live in this country. I try by myself to integrate the system here, but there was something again as African. When they are calling me as a nigger, really, which really is stopping all my action in Russia. In a sense, if you go somewhere there, they can just tell you that you are a nigger. This really, I don't know how to really change this thing. What they are telling us is in the Russian literature to call African as a nigger. But if you are living here, African Russian, I cannot accept that story. Just with children, oh, nigger. So you can really don't feel yourself. Yeah, you don't feel good. You don't really have possibility to be integrated this culture. You understand? But anyway, we have tried, and we are still continue just to really make some exchange of culture, Russia, Africa.
Yes.
And this summit where we've been in Sochi last week, yes, it really a big step of the relationship of Russia and Africa.
Was racism discussed in the summit?
Well, I don't think so. In my meetings, nobody discussed about racism there because we really try to show that there is no racism here in Russia. Yeah, we want to really to create this relationship. We need just, but inside there are so many things to really to change in the Russian system to really accept Africans as the Africans, but not as the niggers. Word was using in that slavery time, which really we are not good for that. You understand? So I think some Mr. Subaru can talk about too. So we like Russia. We want to be living. We are living here. We have our family. We have our children. We want them just to contribute in Russian society. You understand? So that's why there is many things to do, and we are ready for that too. You understand? Yeah.
And what are the advantages of the just recent Russia-Africa summit, in case to Africans especially?
Well, the advantage is just, Russia is a country who never got a colon, never colonized any country in Africa. And the relationship between the colonizer and the colon, now we don't like it. You understand? So Russia now is offering an opportunity which we can really try to go as a partnership, and with respect of our culture, with respect of our idea, and we don't need a master, or we need to just to get a partner we can discuss and finalize some project together. Yes, and I think that Russia can assist on that way, because we have now old generation in this politician system in Africa now, and they are still following the colonization. Yes, yeah. So we need just to really, and I already, by experience and by my following of news, I know that the youth, African youth now, know exactly what to do. You understand? They know. And the elders have to accept that, to let the young people try to build and develop Africa. That's my opinion. And I think that it can be done if we, with Russian system, try to change many things in Africa. Yes, that's my opinion on that.
And Mr. Suberu, Dr. Suberu, sorry, what is your take on this, the Russia-Africa summit?
To start with, I would say thank you very much for hosting us into this media. As you have said, really, my name is Dr. Suberu Ozigis from Nigeria. I studied from Second Medical Institution, it's not academy, and graduated as a medical doctor. I've got my family here, as I said. Presently, I'm a Russian. Yeah. And for profession, sometimes I work as a medical doctor, but presently I'm into business. So I have my small little business. I also work as an actor, that is shooting movies. Yeah, I shoot movies. And presently I am the president of the Nigerian community in St. Petersburg. For that, I am engaged into many things and exposed into social life and political life of Africans here in St. Petersburg, in Russia. What Dr. Ismail has just said, almost the same, just to give a little light into it. You see, in those days, Russia, the former Soviet Union, in fact, it was great, but there were so many minuses in those days. But all those minuses has, in fact, has been changed, and things. In fact, Russia is now growing every day, development every day. Things are changing every day. You understand?
Yes.
So, of course, there was some difficulties like skinhead. They were, of course, skinheads everywhere. There's no country without bad people. Bad people are almost everywhere.
Yes.
Just like you see a Russian person or a white man in Africa, they say, Ubo Pepe. You say, it's, what do you call it? No, it's just like that. But the most important thing is that Africa has been suffering in silence. That is bitter
That
truth.
is it.
Africa has been suffering in silence in such a way that we have a lot of opportunities, mineral resources to develop our country, but we don't do it because we have bad government.
Yes.
I take for example Nigeria. Nigeria is very rich in oil. Everybody know that one. In those days, we say Nigeria is a giant of Africa. Why? Because it has everything, but because of lack of good government, lack of good governance, so we are going down. And I'm much impressed in that social activities. I was there myself, so I think things will change for better now, because long time. This is the first time in history when Russian government invites all African countries to come and sit together and let us reason together how can we develop, and really this will go better. Now Russians are ready to come to Africa. We ask ourselves, are we ready to open our door for them? That's the problem, because most of the, like for example, now just give an example about Nigeria. There was a company we call Ajakuta Steel Company. It is a rolling metallurgy company. It's a company that produces steels and iron and lots of things. But because of bad management and bad politics, the project was abandoned. That is one of the main reasons why, as I said, now when Buhari came now, they signed agreement with Russia to continue that project. That's very important. And we have other things in agriculture, in mining, in banking system, in other things. I think things will go better because, as I have said, Russia has opened for Africans to please stop worshipping your so-called masters.
White
Masters that colonize us. Because they colonize us and we have been serving them. They don't give us a chance to grow. See, if you born children, if your child is growing, give him freedom. We have not been freed, which is also the fault of our leaders have said. Imagine that, for example, now it's very hard now in this 21st century to see a president sick and he goes to another country to go and treat himself. Why don't you have a better hospital in your own country? Their children are studying overseas. Is that good?
No.
So it is. It is very. Of course, it is led for we, the young ones coming, the youth, to take over and develop our countries with the help of Russians. Because with the help of Russians, a lot can be done.
Thank you so much for your take on that. You said you were the president of the Nigerian youth community. Yes?
I was and I am still the president of the Nigerian community in St. Petersburg, and I have been trying my best to bring people together. You see, we have problem now. For example, you see, during the World Cup, so many people came to this country, especially the Nigerian youth students. They came here. Many of them they refuse to go back. Why? Because the country is bad. Many of them they have served their NYSC, they have graduated, but they are afraid to go back because when they go back, there's no job for them. So they decided to hang around, thereby causing problem for those of us that are here.
There were some Nigerians in Moscow that were stranded. They could not go back.
There are very many, not only in Moscow,
Not in
they are,
Moscow only,
in
yeah.
Petersburg here, I can tell you, in Petersburg here we have not less than 200. In Moscow we have not less than 500. There are very many. They don't want to go, they are afraid to go back. Look, my brother, see, I am a medical doctor, right? This is a medical doctor. If my country is good, I will go home. That is bitter truth.
No.
Yeah, I have my family here. But we need to develop our country. If all of us are running away from the country, who is going to develop the country? You understand? Because the problem Africa has is that somebody would like to remain in power and stay there forever. The old ones, like, for example, the president of my country, very good man, Buhari, I was with him, I shake him hand. He's 80 years old. So such person is supposed to be just a consultant, right? And give chance to the young ones to develop. We don't do that. So we are the ones. I hope that after this meeting with Mr. Putin, things will go better. Because he even had meeting with us, with the diasporas. President Buhari had meeting with us, and we told him our questions. Everything was okay. So he promised to fasten things and let's move forward. Yes.
And back to you, Dr. Ismail. What do you think about Africans integrating the Russian culture? Have you integrated into the Russian culture? I know you're married to a Russian woman, yes?
Yes.
So how has it been changing your culture from Africa to Russian?
Well, I try to join the both culture together to live with my family, to teach my children, my wife about the culture, African culture, the relationship between a man and a woman. You understand? Because here is different, but my country is different too. So I prefer my country one. Understand? The respect of a husband supposed to be. So we should really. He saw in my family, and the relationship is very good. We have a good relationship, and the family, I don't have problems. But the integration in the society, this is what we are really facing many problems. So because sometimes in the school, we go many times again to discuss or to explain to the others parents who are making discrimination on the children, you understand. So, and my children was really more intelligent because they get the respect because of this intelligence they have and the respect of others, you understand. And at the end of the school, as a leader, people love them, you understand, because what I give them as education, yes, so never fight or something like that. It's because people don't know. You understand? So the integration is something really difficult in Russia, but there are some changes actually which from 90 to now, 9 years, many things changed.
Do you think that Russians will be welcoming to our cultures from Africa?
Yes. Well, because all African cultures is based only on the respect of the guest. All our parents, they are respecting guests. You come to Africa, you'll be respected. But if you came to Europe, different. They are seeing you like a criminal, somebody who wanted to stay in their country, but not every African wants to stay here. You understand? If reasonably Europe and all this colonization system are not blocking our development, we really prefer to stay in our countries.
And
yes.
Why did you decide to come?
I know. Well, I didn't decide. I got a scholarship. My country scholarship sent me here. Even when I was coming here, I signed an agreement. That's after my studies, I need to serve my country for 5 years. You understand?
In the army?
Yes. Not army. as a worker, you need to serve because they pay my scholarship. You understand? So when I go back, it was because when I finished in '97. So waiting for my ticket, I was beat by skinheads.
Really?
Yes. I went to hospital, 2 months in hospital. 2 months in hospital. Really, it's like you be seeing me. yes. 2 months. And after that, I came out from the hospital, my embassy was closed. I tried to go to Minister of Russian Education who's supposed to give me my ticket. They said ticket finished. My parents cannot buy this ticket for me. I try with friends around. So the only thing what I didn't say because I want to stay here. I want to take my wife going back home and try to work there. But what I faced in the looking of this ticket to go back, that's what I didn't get the way to get it. So I write to the embassy, write to everywhere, but no. So that's why I stay here. But staying here is not that's my option, really. But I stayed that's because it was difficult for me. But now, living here, I have experience of both countries. I'm going home back, living here with business I'm doing. So the only thing that's what I see for the integration here is that Africa will need to be united.
Yes.
Because I was talking with Mr. Subero when we were coming back. We got this experience in '99 when we really make African Union. It will start very good, but after again African problem, we don't understand each other. But we have the same problem, and we need to really make this union happen. And we have now created an organization now again.
What is the name of this organization?
It's African Diaspora. Yeah, see, the name is in Gankanzo Tunda. Yes, that's like, I don't know in English how to. Just it's in the Rwandese language, something like that. Yeah, but I like the name. I like the name. It's Africans, typical Africans, and we're now trying promoting to really united Africans. And you, as a youth now, I've met many youths of different countries, and I see the idea is not like the time where we were finishing. They have idea of being united. So let us, through your media, try to give information to the youth that African youth we need to be together. United and integrate this society in Russia and help in the relationship between Russia and Africa. Yeah, that's really what we are trying as the elders now to give, because the organization is supposed to exist. When we are leaving, this organization is supposed to be, and all the Africans coming here are supposed to integrate, continue the rules and the integration, helping of each other, and that's really would be something great for all of us. You understand? So I think that you have through your media, you have youth who are listening to you. So please inform them that really we are open and we need to listen to them too. So please, that's what I want to tell about the integration in Russia.
Thank you so much for your contribution. We're going to take a small break right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll be back. Welcome back from our commercial break. Our special guest today is Cameroon coffee beans produced by Chance Benefice, and I am going to gift our interviewees today. So this is for you, Mr.
Thank you.
Ismail. I need to shake the hand. And this is for you, Mr. Suberu.
Oh, thank you.
And now back to our interview. Mr. Suberu, according to the export volume between Russia and Nigeria, it is about $733 million. So how can we improve this volume, export volume, export-import volume?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Phobia, that is Zaftra Africa. Africa tomorrow, yeah. So this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. You know, Nigeria is is giant of Africa. We have many things. This amount they have just announced is just very simple. It's just very few, because the outcome of this summit,
Yeah.
we have signed about 10 different contracts already with Russians. Russians are coming to Nigeria. Even Rosneft is coming there already to come and build their refineries in the country. The country is very rich in oil. The country is very rich in coffee. We have a lot of things there. Only that we have been mismanaging everything. That is why. So I think things will go very well now. Things will go very well.
And is Russia going to assist you in your electrical?
Of course. Russia have, before in those days, Russia had wanted to even make for Nigerian electricity. If Russia really want to make for us electricity, it takes them not more than 6 months. If they really want to do it, they can do it. But we are not willing to do that. Because instead of restoring constant electricity in Nigeria, most of our politicians were engaged in making their personal businesses. That is not allowing it to happen, because they are selling their generators. You see, so we are the one between ourselves. I think this time around, we just pray to God that this time around they will be able to open out and let the government do the necessary thing, start taking care of the people, because our leaders have been working just for themselves. Their children are studying outside the country. All they have is outside the country. They go outside to do their shoppings. They go and do everything they like outside the country. When they are sick, they go outside the country to treat themselves. You see? Yeah. So that is just it. So it is. I think after this Sochi summit, there's going to be a real change. There's going to be a change for better, because development starts from us, and really things should move forward this time around. You know very well that Nigerian government, even many African governments, has never been having any relationship with Russia before. Why? That is one of the reasons why. Because in Africa, especially Nigeria knows little about Russia economy. And Russian businessmen knows little or nothing about Nigeria. They think that there are people in the bush there, because we are never opened. Yes. So it is now that the government has come now to sign a bilateral arrangement now. I think this will go forward. For example, now Russia now, I think in South Africa they are already with Russians, and they have free visa entrance for 3 months. The same thing now, Ghana is joining, Cameroon is joining, soon Nigeria. So that is how we continue to develop, to give chance for business to move on. Yes. So that is it. And I think also the same, just for me to just throw more light on that, is that we Africans that are here, the old ones, like this, my fellow brother, we have not been doing anything to make Russians respect us. What have we done? How many of us are in the real business? When I say real business, is someone that will do something into Russian economy. How many of our politicians put money into Russian bank? None. No. So why should, when people they tell me why Russia is not giving asylum, why should Russia give you asylum? The money they say they are giving you in the West is the money your politicians stole from your country, put it over there, and now they are giving it to your children. You say they are helping us. They are not helping you. They just want you to remain as a slave. So that is just it. I think this time around, Russia has given us the opportunity. African countries now, especially in my country, Nigeria, we are hoping that it is Tachok. We are beginning, and things will go better. Thank you.
And Dr. Ismail, what this Russia-Africa summit, what does it mean for your country, Burkina Faso?
Well, I don't want really particularly to talk about Burkina Faso, but generally for Africa, it's really a good opportunity. And all the businessmen of Africa, they're supposed to know, and we will try through our canal to answer to their question. If they want really to know what is going on in Russia, they need to ask us, the elders who are living here, and know really the in and out of the business here. You understand? And what is happening? If even some of them, they don't know, there are some kind of product from Russia, from Africa, who can be imported in Russia without customs fee. You don't need to pay a custom fee to make it enter here, and you can sell it to Russian here because they like it, something like cultural something, really like belt, end makers of Africans. It's not. They don't need to pay customs here.
Souvenirs.
Yes, souvenirs. You don't need to pay customs here. And it's a good opportunity for the small businessmen who can really bring this one. You don't need too much. There are two street ways. You can bring it to Russia here, sell it, make your money go back. Again. You understand? This opportunity exists, but nobody knows it. This information is not going well. That's why, and people really may be afraid of Russia, and as Russian afraid of Africa too. But this summit really brings some opening eyes of many things can be happen between Russia and Africa.
And as we finish, what advice would you give to the African youth right now who are living and studying in Russia?
I will.
Any advice?
Yes, I will give an advice to the young ones coming behind us to please cooperate, because it is said, "United we stand, divided we fall." So we have to cooperate and be together, because if we are together, we can develop faster. For example, now Russia likes when you come as a body, you make any request, they will give you. Russia's like that. But when you are divided, you don't respect yourselves. You understand?
Yes.
So, for example, as he has already said earlier, you see that, for example, African unity that's very, very important. It was there before here in Petersburg, but because of personal interest of individuals, it is cancelled.
Yes.
We are not together, and if we are together, we could have done something very good. For example, when there was skinhead, we Africans here, we demonstrated. There was very big demonstration, and the government came to our aid and they stopped it. They arrested those people that were involved. You see, so I will advise the young ones to please come together, forget about the differences, even if it is once in a month, once in 2 months, just come together and remind yourselves that you are Africans. Help each other. It is when you help each other, you can grow further. Even self, get opportunities of working experience. For you to work, for example, if we are not together, how will I know what he's selling? How will I know what he's having? You know, we need to help each other and grow and be able to grow faster. Yeah, we shall be very strong.
Well, the same thing I want to advise to the youth, really, as you said, is the united. If you really unite, really you can achieve many things.
A lot
of things. With respect of each other, no personality there. This is African. African want to really grow up. That's what we need to, the youth is supposed to know. And I know that they know. Now, let's go together. You will see what will be happen later. Everybody will be happy. And the new generation coming to study in Russia, the Russian is going to Africa, everybody will be happy. Understand? So that's the advice to the youth.
Even to add to that, there was during the governor Matvienko, there was what we call lessons of terroratness. You know, that is we were able in those days when skinhead was disturbing us. the African Union, the African Unity, they organized with the governor of the state. We are going to schools to teach them African culture, African music. We are teaching people how we be. Many of them, I was one of the lecturers.
Yes, I was one too.
I was surprised when a student in 400 level in university asking, in Africa you have TVs, you have TV, because we are taught that when you come to Russia, when you are coming to this country, you come with tails. You have to cut your tail before really.
Yes. That's what they were thinking.
How do you come to Russia? It means how are you able to make it? So they think us really to be animals. You understand?
Yeah.
It's just now that they start to understand. They are really human beings.
Yeah.
It is left for us to show that yes, we are human beings and we can contribute to the economic development of the country. It is then we shall be respected. But first of all, we need to respect ourselves.
Yes. And I think with that, I would like to thank my guests for today. Thank you so much for your advice. I hope everyone watching here, especially the African youth, will benefit from today's video. Also, I would like to give thanks to our sponsors, League of Self-Defense, Sunao, Métissage Event and Métissage Barbershop. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Diaspora Africa.